5th of Olympic. Cameron, 2 years ago, Olympic was 3-8. This season, you guys jumped to 8-4. What do you expect for the upcoming season?
To play in the short terms, I expect nothing less than 8-3. Honestly, in my opinion, I genuinely don't even want to lose a game. And that's just kind of the culture we came up to make that exponential jump from 3-8 to 8-4. You kind of realize you always had the talent there. You just had to have the right coach to develop it. And I feel like having that same coach for 2 years now, and having my same running back coach for 2 years now, we're all, and the same like wide receivers, linebackers, like we're all starting to come up with the same coaches. And honestly, this shouldn't be a slump. It should be an even greater jump from 8-3 to hopefully 8-0, because we're playing conference games and then going to the playoffs with a strong lead on that too.
Cameron, that's awesome. You just decommitted from Navy. That's a big decision. But what are you looking for in your future school?
Future school, it's just, you can't really visit, so you can't figure out who has that home feeling. You kind of have to go off what the coaches are telling you. And for the most part, they're always going to tell you the truth. But you want to get out and see like where I'm going to be living and see if it's, because you can't buy a house without going to visit it first. You got to see if it feels like home, if it's where you want to be. It can look nice all at once, but when you get in it, if you don't feel like you like it, then you're kind of stuck there. So, I mean, every coach I've talked to, they've all been so genuine, so nice, telling me all they have to offer about their school. I wish I could wait until I can get up to the campuses, but with the dead period extending, I have to wait until January. So just whatever coach just comes home makes me and my family feel like this is where I have to be, and hopefully God can help me lead me in that direction as well.
How has quarantine impacted the recruiting process?
Oh, it's impacted it greatly because, I mean, coaches can't come watch you practice. They can't come see how big you are. You know what I'm saying? You can't go visit them. They can't come visit you. Everything's done over Zoom, and Zoom lags half the time. So, I mean, that barely works as well. But, I mean, you got to try and make the most of it. Hopefully it picks up after January, and hopefully the class of 2021, those guys can try and find some offers out there and try and find a home. But, I mean, it's taking a detrimental toll on us, but we're just trying to work through it.
Cameron, I have one last question. I looked at your stats, they're insane. You had multiple games over 200 yards. How do you do that?
So what I do personally is I learn my O-line calls. I can know, so whenever they change something, I know who's going to be pulling, who's not going to be pulling, who's going where. Because when you know where your lineman's going, you can kind of find out where you need to go to make that path around them. And I just create a bond with them, so I know if I have their back, they have my back. And I think that's truly what drives it, besides the explosiveness, the fast speed, and all that stuff. It's just having that bond there. It just makes you play 20 times better because you know your guys have you between the lines.
Thanks, Cameron.